Hi ladies! So with the new club, I'm going to be doing some videos that are club member only videos for the cards that we're making each month. So this is for the March club, and there will be 3 videos. This one is on the peacock card, then I'll be doing one on the tarnished foil card, and one on the new designer paper series. So here's the first card that we're going to do. Let's see if I can get it zoomed in a tiny bit. I have a new stand for my phone for making videos, so we're going to see if this works. So this is called the black stainless steel technique in the background here, and it uses the new Springtime Foils designer series paper, and this is a really easy technique. So you take a piece of the new Foils designer paper, or if you don't have that, you can emboss a piece of cardstock with it, with any stamp that you have, and then make this black stainless steel background. So you're going to get inky, and one thing you need to keep in mind is don't touch the background too much. I probably have already, because the oils from your finger will transfer onto your paper and you won't be able to get a complete image. So if you look right here, let's see, I'll get it a little bit closer, right down in here, you can see a mark, and down here, that's because my fingers were in the way. So I tried not to touch yours too much. Let's see if I can keep that on the screen. Okay, so to do this technique, this is Memento ink, and I just re-inked it yesterday, so we'll see how much ink I got on this. I'm going to hold it down with a piece of paper towel so that I don't get my finger marks on it, and you just stick ink all over the place. Now this designer paper has a glossy finish. This is what allows this ink to stay on the top, and so you can play with it. So if you were going to do this technique without this designer series paper, you would use glossy cardstock. So there, I think that looks pretty cool. You can always add more. So then you just take a piece of paper towel or a soft cloth or a Kleenex or something, and just, well, we're shaking a bit, sorry. You just rub off the excess. Oh, that's it. That's the whole technique. And you just play with it till you're sure you've got all the extra ink off, so that you get a nice solid background. There. Get those out of the way so I don't get ink everywhere. So there's the background piece. Here's the card again. And I have black on my fingers. Alright. Apparently I forgot to get the circle dies out. Oh well. I'll have to pause the video while I go and find them. We're going to stamp the peacock now in black ink, and I found with this stamp, because it is photopolymer, it's a lot nicer image if you stamp on your pierce mat. You get a lot more solid. I was going to say solider, but I don't think that's a word. A lot more solid image using the paper piercing mat. And then I just cover it with a scrap piece of paper so I don't end up with ink all over my mat. Then you're just going to stamp the peacock, and I've inked it up in black Memento ink. Make sure I get good transference. Not the best image in the world, but it'll do. Alright, so now We're going to stamp his tail, and then we're going to stamp hello. So the tail is stamped in smoky slate, and you stamp it just once. And I'll keep it on the pierce mat while I'm doing this, because once again it's photopolymer. It makes a much nicer image. And I'm just going to kind of hide the tail, in the end of the tail, in black on the black part, and I want to leave enough room to put my hello in between there. There we are. And then, so that's it for now for that. Oh, there's my soft suede. Thought I had forgotten it, but I put it in the wrong box. Okay, so now we're going to ink up hello in soft suede. And I really like soft suede with gold because it kind of looks like gold without having gold. I know that doesn't make sense, but there you are. So there's hello. Now I'm just going to pause the video for a sec so I can go and get those dies. Okay, I'm back. I found my dies. So the first thing to do is to cut the peacock out using the stitched circle die, and I'm just doing the die cutting off of my table so you don't get seasick while I'm cutting. All right. So there's the peacock. I can get rid of this now because I don't need that anymore. And now I'm going to cut out of the gold layer. I'm going to cut a scallop circle to go in behind the peacock. Hey. Now the peacock just gets attached. I know I'm using contraband tape, but I like this stuff, so what can I say? And it just layers on top of your gold scallop circle. Like that. So we have the black card base, and then we're going to put the gold foil layer on. Now I'm using gold because this designer paper has gold accents in it, but if you do this, if you don't use the paper, then just choose whatever foil in the background matches your image. So if you've embossed in gold, you can use gold. If you embossed in silver, use silver foil. You could even do it in copper and use the copper foil. Well, now the art piece that we just did goes on next. Now we're going to put the ribbon in behind, and to do that I used glue dots. So first of all, I'm going to put it so that I know where the top is, because I want the ribbon to be going crossways like that, or like that. So let's see, yes. To do it like my picture, it'll go like this. So get a glue dot and put it around there somewhere to start the ribbon. Then use another glue dot for the other end. And then it's going to come back up here like that. So another glue dot on the bottom and one for the top. Oh, apparently it's stuck to my finger. Get it off my finger. And then like this. So I need a couple of more glue dots. I think I might just move this over a bit. And I've got this too long. This is where you can, by using glue dots, you can play with it a bit, because I've left this end a little bit too long. Shorten that one up a bit. And then do that. And one more glue dot for the bottom. I can see where I'm going to have to get some better lighting. And let that stick out there like that. So there you go. That's how you do the ribbon. And here's what it looks like on the card. Now before I stick it on the card, I'm going to take my yummy ribbon scissors and I want to cut it, but that one's already cut, so I don't have to. Just trim the edge off. Now some dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on either side of where the glue dots are, just so it stops the card from collapsing there and the glue dots attaching themselves to my card front. And one in the very center. My card back in, make sure it's opening the right way first of all. And tell you how many cards I've put together upside down. Just pulling off the liners for the dimensionals here. Alright. And you don't want the... Well, apparently I've left it too long again. Now you guys get to see how I really am in my craft room. What edge is that? That's that one. So this is a bit too long, and I can cut that, but I don't want this to stick out quite that far, because I don't want to have it go past the edge of the card, because then it won't fit in my envelope. So I'll just shorten that up a bit. There, that's better. And give a little trim with my scissors. Put that dimensional back in the middle. Get off my fingers, thank you. Alright, so just put it on there. Make sure your peacock is kind of standing straight and you've not gone past the edge of your cardstock. So there's the card front done. This is a really easy card to do. So now we'll do the inside, and it's a stamp from Petal Palette and the envelope. Memento ink. Ink up the stamp. And I'm going to stamp it a couple of times without re-inking in the middle. So this one I ink, stamp, stamp, and without re-inking it. This one I have ink, stamp, inked, stamp. So let's stick some leaves on here. The only thing you have to be careful of when you do an ink stamp is that you are cognitive of where the edge of the cardstock is, because you've taken all the ink off of this area here, but the area that you haven't stamped still has lots of ink. So if you stamp that now, you'll end up with that streak. So I'm just kind of being more aware of where I place the image. And then I'm going to give it a good huff and just add some more at the top. There we are. And now the envelope. Get that out of the way. Not sure which way my envelope is. Ink, stamp, stamp, stamp. There we are. Cover up the memento so it doesn't get all over my card. And some adhesive on the inside. Now those of you that are out of town, if you told me you had memento ink, I don't think I did the background. I might have. I can't remember, and I mailed them off already. So. Oh, look what I did. It's upside down when it's dope. Okay. Not everything is perfect. There we are. Rub it. So there, we've got our card and our envelope and the inside and inky fingers. So this is a faux black stainless steel technique, and I know I sent you or gave you a list of the supplies, but just in case, there's what they are. All right. Thanks for joining me, ladies, and I'll see you in the next video or at the club stampin' night. Bye for now.